I have a fever, and the only prescription is buying more physical media. Hello, welcome to Jason, Midwest Traveler. Not much of a travel video, just felt like going to Best Buy. I haven't been there in many years. I wanted to come and check out, maybe see what they got in the DVD Blu-ray section. Hopefully they got some steelbooks. I really love to see if they got some steelbook selections. You know, I don't know what else they got. Maybe they got vinyl and CDs and video games, but kind of check out Best Buy. Great electronics store here in America. I used to go there all the time back when I lived close to Wichita, Kansas. This is about 30 miles from my house, so not too bad. But yeah, I definitely want to check out what they got here on Jason, the Old Millennium. Looks like we got Mission Impossible steelbooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, pretty cool. Or in 6. Man, I'd love to have a steelbook. I already got most of these on Blu-ray already, so I don't know if I need the steelbooks or not, but that looks pretty cool. Also over here you got all the Disney. Are these steelbooks? I guess these are steelbooks too. It's like all these wonderful Disney steelbooks. Star Wars steelbooks. Oh man. Unfortunately it's Disney, so they don't put a lot into their packaging. It's all silver. Still pretty cool. Let's see. It's pretty cool stuff here. Lots of Avatar. See a couple steelbooks. Flashdance steelbook. Can't say I'm a big fan of that film, but let's see. I think I saw a Wolf of Wall Street steelbook. That's pretty cool. Good movie. I don't know if I'd buy it though. We got some TV shows like 30 Rock, Dawson's Creek, Family Guy. Oh, what's that? I think Mike likes that one. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder steel book for 34 bucks. What a steal. Not. Hello, so I went to Best Buy. I got 3 movies there. To be honest, the selection was not very good. Didn't see any good steelbooks, so a little disappointed I didn't get a good steelbook at Best Buy. And yeah, I didn't have anything music-wise. Video games, hardly anything, so kind of disappointing going there. It wasn't like it used to be back when I was younger. Used to have a lot more selections, but anyway, so I decided I'm close to Zona Rosa, so I'm coming to Zona Rosa, and I got Barnes & Nobles here. I might go to the vintage stock, see what vinyl they have there for good prices. Anyway, so just check out some more, see what physical media I can find for a good deal. We got the Criterion Collection. Pretty expensive, $40 for one, but I don't know, I kind of want to come away with something collectible today. So we'll see. Hello everybody, I'm back at my house after spending the day, it's part of the day, going to some shops, looking for some physical media to buy. It's just one of those days. I was off work, and I've been spending most of my off time at home, and I just felt like I need to get out of the house. I need to go somewhere, do something. And so I kind of came up with this idea today, just kind of spur of the moment, that I was going to go to a Best Buy and see what kind of physical media they have there, anything interesting, because I watch a lot of people's videos that do that kind of stuff, where they go out to stores and look for usually Blu-rays or whatever. Like Ryan from RWR Movies, he used to do this quite a bit, and he went to Best Buy quite a bit, where he'd go to Best Buy and and look and see what kind of movies they have in video anyway. So I've been wanting to do that for a while, go to Best Buy and see what kind of selections they have, and hopefully they had like a, I was really hoping to get some steel books, because at Walmart I usually don't see any steel books, and I love to collect steel books now. So, and Ryan usually finds steel books at Best Buy, so I was kind of hoping to go to Best Buy, see some good deals there. Hopefully I see some cool steel books maybe that I could add to my collection. Yeah, so that was my idea. So I went to Best Buy, and I have to say, like, it's been, I don't know, it's been 5 years more since I've been to Best Buy. Like, I used to go to Best Buy more often, even into my 20s and my 30s. There was a Best Buy in Wichita, Kansas, which is like a 30 miles from my house. And I would go there a lot of times to buy DVDs at that time, and, CDs or whatever. And also video games you can get there. So it's a good place to buy those kind of stuff. But like I said, it's been a while since I've been there, and I went to one that was about 30 miles away from me, and I have to say, not a lot of stuff there. And I know Ryan has said this on his channel. I think it's getting harder and harder to find physical media like that. Going to the store, like I use all mine on Amazon. I usually buy a lot of my physical media on there. But it would be nice to go somewhere and just buy it, so you don't have to wait for it to ship to you. That's the sucky part, is that I always buy something, I have to wait a week for it to get to me. And so it's nice to go to a store and actually, look at what they have and, pick something out. There's it's fun. It's something fun if you like collecting like I do, to find something like that and, add it to your collection right away and be able to view it right away. So that was kind of my idea, is try to find something there. And yeah, they didn't have a real big selection. I was hoping for a bigger selection, especially steelbooks. I was hoping there was like a steelbooks part or something. I don't know. I would find some steelbooks here and there within the Blu-rays. And I showed it in the video. Like, I saw like a Flashdance steelbook, which I'm not a big Flashdance. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen it, but I know of it. But it looks nice. The case looked nice. And then I saw a Wolf of Wall Street. I believe that was a steelbook as well, and it looked really nice. But Wolf of Wall Street, good movie. It's just a little too much nudity in it for me to like sit down and watch it, and too much objectionable stuff, I would say, in that movie. Anyways, and the big thing I saw there, as you see in the videos, they had a decent Disney section. They had a whole section of just Disney movies. And they had some steelbooks in that selection, and I was contemplating buying a steelbook. They had some Pixar and some Disney animation, and they also had the original trilogy all on steelbooks: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. But if you know Disney, the way they do their steelbooks is they picked a silver cover for the whole. And I don't know why they built they decided on such a boring color to make all their steelbooks. Disney, I don't know why silver has anything to do with it. I know it's like a 100th year anniversary or something like that of Disney. And so, yeah, everything is silver with like one image on the front. And it's just not as good looking, And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, it'd be fun to have them. I have most of them already. So I was like I have the Star Wars already on Blu-ray. So I was like, do I really need to spend $30? And they're all $30. So I was like, do I need to spend $30 on a Star Wars steelbook that's not like the best looking steelbook? It looked like it had I'm not sure if it had some added special features on there. They did have a lot of special features on there, so I was like, it'd be cool to get, I guess, the Star Wars trilogy on steelbooks. Who knows, maybe. But I didn't feel like that time to spend $30 on one of those movies. Yeah, and I was contemplating buying Cinderella on the steelbook. There was Cinderella on steelbook. I was like, yeah, I like Cinderella a lot. Actually, that's one of my favorite older Disney movies. But again, I don't know if I want to spend $30 on a silver steelbook thing. Anyway, so I didn't do that. They also had all 6 Mission Impossible movies on its steelbook, but weirdly, the Mission Impossible steelbooks were also all silver. I don't know what's the deal with the silver steelbooks, whatever, but they're all like silver with an image on the front. It looked a little bit better than the Disney ones, but still, I was like, I don't really like the whole silver look in every single one. And I already have 3 through 6 on Blu-ray, and I don't really like 1 and 2 that much, so I thought about it, but didn't go with that. Anyway, so I ended up not getting. They had like Avatar: Way of Water, I think, on Steelbook, and they've seen the video. I saw Thor: Love and Thunder. It was on Steelbook for like $34. I was like, that's the worst deal in the world. Like, who's paying $34 for Thor: Love and Thunder Steelbook? I mean, the answer is sick people. I mean, that's the answer. Sick people buy that stuff. I'm just kidding. If you bought it, you're not a sick person. But I just don't know who wants to buy Thor: Love and Thunder for that much money. It's like, oh. But anyways, so yeah, it wasn't as big of a selection I was hoping. So I was a bit disappointed with that. And I don't know if that was just a bad Best Buy, if all Best Buys are like that. I mean, I could go out to other Best Buys, I guess, and compare, but I don't know. It's just hard. It's just easier to go on Amazon, I think. But I did come away with some stuff I wanted to show. I went to 2 other stores, but first we'll talk about Best Buy. I bought 3 movies from there, and I'm going to open them up and show them off a little bit. I did end up, the Disney selection was really good though, and so I have a lot of Disney movies I still need to get, so I was happy I had to get one of them, and I ended up going with The Incredibles, Pixar movie, one of my favorite Pixar movies. Yeah, absolutely incredible. I just made that pun on accident. Incredible movie. Sorry about that. But they had like Finding Nemo, which I need that on there, and they had a lot of older ones, like I said, Cinderella I want to get, and they had like 101 Dalmatians and Zootopia and Robin Hood and Aristocats, and like, yeah, actually some pretty good selections there, but I really wanted to get this one in my collection. But there's the inside, pretty cool. We got the Blu-ray and DVD here. Looks like it got some decent special features on there. Anyways, but yeah, great movie. Good to have it in the collection. All right, next one. I saw this and I just thought, this is a cool Blu-ray or 4K that I haven't seen anywhere, and it's a really underrated movie, I think, and that is The Guns of Navarone, which I think came out in the 60s, if I remember right. I don't see it on here. 61, looks like, yeah. Came out in 1961, nominated for Best Picture. Really good movie. Definitely one. And look at that cast. I mean, look at the 3 main actors: Gregory Peck, David Niven, and Anthony Quinn. And that's what I really liked about the movie, is like, man, you got these 3 powerhouse actors, all really good in this movie, all Oscar winners. But it's a really cool movie. It's set, of course, during World War II, and they're kind of these group of soldiers that are sent on the secret kind of stealth mission to, there's these guns on Navarone that are shooting down airplanes of the, Allies. And so they have to go there and put bombs on them and blow them up so airplanes can go through. That's the basic plot of it, but really good dramatic moments in it. Like I said, great performances from the main 3 actors there. Let me open it up here, and I like that it's and like I said, I never see this out when I go looking for stuff. This isn't a movie I see out there and people don't talk about, and so I was like, wow, this is a really cool get. A really good old movie that a lot of people don't know about. Love to talk about the older movies I really like, and to recommend. I like recommending people some of the older movies, because some people don't like movies if they're older, and I'm like, no, even the older movies are really good and are worth checking out. Anyways, but I like it. You got the black, pretty thin. I like that it's a thin kind of Blu-ray or 4K. Ultra has the 4K and the Blu-ray in there. Anyway, so it looks pretty good. Looks like you got a commentary by a film historian, 3 documentaries on the movie. Lots of special features, actually, so I always love that. I don't know if I'm weird. I always love going for the movies. I always look at what special features are on them on the back, and that helps me. If I want to buy it, I go, it has some good special features on it. This will take me a little while to get through. I like that. But yeah, there's the inside there, Guns of Navarone. But yeah, definitely recommend it. Looking forward to watching this and all the special features on it. Yeah, really glad to get that. Now, this next movie is the best buy I got. Again, sorry, no pun intended. I said it again. The best buy I got at Best Buy, and that is Roger Rabbit on Blu-ray. Looks like the 25th anniversary Blu-ray on this. And well, the reason why it's like well, one of the things is like the Incredibles Blu-ray. A lot of the Blu-rays they have for Disney were like $14, which was a pretty good deal there. Most of the Blu-rays I saw at Best Buy were $26, which I thought was like pretty expensive. And the like I said, the steel books were at least $30. And so I definitely wanted to get one of these because I was like, well, $14, that's a pretty good get. It feels like, you know, to get one of those. This was actually more like $18 if I remember right, or something like that. So, you know, not a bad deal. And then this one was only $6. I thought I saw this and it was like, I saw the price, $6. I'm like, it was hard to pass it up because I was like, yeah, I really like this movie. You don't have it yet. I remember watching this as a kid and absolutely loving it. Loved the, it was just magical the way they had real people with 2D animation. I mean, we've done that in like Mary Poppins, stuff like that, but never had them interact for a whole movie like this. I thought really good special effects. Robert Zemeckis, one of my favorite directors of all time. So it's definitely have nostalgia for this movie. I think, yeah, a fantastic movie for the price. And also, I looked on the back and it has just I mean, if you see just a list of special features, I was like, oh yeah, like I got to get this one. I think because it's like a 25th anniversary, it looks like they're having like a, talking back, about making it, they have some documentaries on that. It looks like the audio commentary by Robert Zemeckis and some other people, a lot of people there. Yeah, just a lot of making of stuff, talking back how they made that movie back 25 years ago at this time, whenever this came out. So yeah, I thought that was a really good get. So I always like getting a good deal. So not much on the inside. They're pretty plain Blu-ray and DVD, I guess there. But anyways, yeah. So definitely was excited to get some of this stuff. So I didn't come out empty-handed though. I was really, I stared at this. The couple of steel books I saw, I've stared at them for the longest time in Best Buy. I was staring at them like, do I want to spend the money on the steel book? That doesn't even really look that great. And I didn't do it. So I was a little disappointed I didn't come away with a steel book, but still got a couple good stuff. Anyways, well, next after I was at Best Buy, I felt like I was there and I was like, I only bought 3 stuff and I wanted more stuff to show in the video that I was going to make for what I bought, searching for stuff. And I was like, well, I'm close to Zona Rosa. I was like really right next to Zona Rosa, which I've done a video on Zona Rosa before. There's a Barnes & Nobles I like to go to there. I also discovered, last time I was there, I discovered this store called Vintage Stock, which they have old used vinyl and CDs and also a lot of Blu-ray or DVDs and some Blu-rays and lots of stuff there. But I go there to look at the vinyl because they have some interesting vinyl there that I don't see anywhere else. It's only for like $4 or $5 usually or less. And I didn't find any good vinyl though. Like I looked at the whole vinyl section. There's somebody called the Status Quo. Like I saw so much Status Quo vinyl. And I was like, I don't know who Status Quo is, but they got a bunch of vinyl there. I saw some vinyl, something called the Singing Doctors. And I was like, is that a name of the group? Or are they real doctors that sing? And I even looked at the back of one and it didn't have any songs on it. It just had like a bunch of paragraphs with like describing the singing doctors, I guess. And I didn't read too much into that. And I looked at the pictures and they didn't look like musicians really. I'm like, I think they look like real doctors that somehow made some vinyl where they're singing. I don't know. So I was like, okay. And there's a lot of vinyl like that, which I'm like, who made this vinyl? Like who, I don't know where this came from. Anyway, so I had to go to the CD section because they have a pretty good CD selection as well. And so I was like, well, I'm sure I can get some good CDs. And I ended up buying 3 CDs of Paul McCartney because I've been kind of on a Paul McCartney bend almost. And not really, but a little bit lately I've been thinking about like Paul McCartney because I listened to 2 CDs yesterday, Paul McCartney CDs that I got from other people. One was Venus and Mars, which I got from Adam from What the Gym. Yeah, it's a decent album. Not one of my favorite. Listen to What the Man Said. It's a great song on there. And some decent stuff on there. I'll have to give it some more listens. But also got Driving Rain from Rob's Crew Music. And that's not one I've listened to too much. And it came out in the 90s. And I was listening to it and I thought it was actually a pretty good album. I was kind of surprised. Like, this is much better than I remember it being. And the only problem is it's 16 songs, and it's like too many songs, really. Like, I think they should have cut down to like 12, because there's some really good stuff like Lonely Road, Driving Rain, Loving Flame are three excellent songs on there. And then also has Freedom, which I like as well. And there's some other songs in there I didn't know that are actually pretty good. So I kind of can't wait to go, man, I need to get more Paul McCartney, because I already have some like a bit of a collection growing right now with Venus and Mars and Driving Rain. And then I also bought Flaming Pie and Chaos Creation in the Backyard. I already bought those. And so I already have, I guess, 4 McCartney CDs, and I was looking them up, and there's about 22 CDs I would like to get. I'd like to get like a pretty good collection of his stuff. The only things I don't really want is he has like, I think 3 CDs, yeah, that are, or 3 albums that are all cover songs. Like there's one that has this Russian name way back when, and then he did Run Devil Run in the 90s, which was cover songs. He also did another one, Kisses on the Bottom, I think. It was all cover songs. So I was like, I don't want those with the cover songs on them. Don't care for that. And I don't really care for he made a movie, Give My Regards to Broad Street, and it's mostly songs from his past. And it has one really good song on there that's new. No More Lonely Nights is a really great song off of there, but I think everything else is just rehashes of other songs. So I was like, I don't really need that soundtrack album. I don't feel like there's enough new stuff, but still there's about 22 studio albums that are all new material, so quite a lot to get to. So yeah, I wanted to get to some, like I got Pipes of Peace here, and this is one of my favorite Paul McCartney albums. So when I saw this, I was like, I really want to get this. And I was surprised it was $25, which is a lot of money, because usually they're not that much money, these CDs. So I don't know why this was $25. I don't know if it's a special edition or something, which I hate to spend that much money on it, but I really, for used CDs, I don't know if it's a typo or what, but I really wanted it, so I was like, I'll bite the bullet. And I probably shouldn't have, but I was like, I'm just in a collecting mood today. It was one of those days, like I said, I have a fever, and just the only way to solve it was to go buy stuff. But this looks like a pretty cool booklet thing. I mean, it's got the cardboard style, not the jewel case. But you got some, looks like it opens up into, there's the lyric books there. Got some pictures. He worked with Michael Jackson. There's 2 Michael Jackson songs on here as well. Let's see. Because this is kind of different. Let's see, because this is the Paul McCartney Archive collection. So it's part of a collection of his albums, I guess, on CD that he did anyways. But there's this there. A lot of chairs. Everything's chairs. But yeah, so got that now in my collection, which is great. I also got a similar one that is Tug of War, which I think came out in the 80s. I think it's one of his 80s albums, which I've listened to. It's been a while. And this is another Paul McCartney Archive collection. See, this one's $8, so that's not bad. Like, I'll take the $8 over the $25 one. Like, I was a little disappointed that I had to spend that much on that one. Besides that, I didn't really spend that much money on these CDs. Wasn't for that one. But yeah, Tug of War, pretty cool cover there. Tug of War is a pretty good song, I know. Here Today, great song on here about John Lennon's passing. So this is done pretty soon after John Lennon's death, I'm guessing, so early 80s. Wanderlust is a really great song off of here. Looks like there's a lot of songs on here. It must be a bonus. Yeah, there's a bonus CD. Okay, so it's 2 CDs, remix album, and a bonus. And it has Ebony and Ivory, which was a huge song with Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. I've heard some people really don't like that song. I like the song. I thought it was a good duet. It was very popular. I think it might have been even #1 or something. I know there's some criticism of that. But yeah, pretty cool. I like the inside there. You know, the picture of Paul. Again, got the lyrics on one side and some pictures. So I like that. I like these 2 archive things. I don't know if I need to find more like that. But then there's the Tug of War there, which I think this is actually might have been right before Pipes of Peace, because Pipes of Peace has a song called Tug of Peace. I think that was, which was a kind of a play off of Tug of War, which is on this, which is a great song. Anyways, but yeah, so there's the second Paul McCartney album. And then the last one I got was, I got Jewel Case, and this is Off the Ground. Again, about $5, not a bad deal. This was it came out in 93, I believe. I remember when this came out, my sister Abby got it, and we listened to it, and I thought it was a pretty good album at the time. Because it seemed like he was getting older at that point. His output wasn't as big. He wasn't as big of a deal. I mean, he's still Paul McCartney, so he's still like one of the greatest of all time. Still got a big fan base, of course. And this was the last one with Linda McCartney, of course, because Linda McCartney would die of cancer after this, and I believe, or maybe it was around Flaming Pie she died, but anyways, yeah, it's still not bad. Off the Ground's a good song. Looking for Changes is a pretty good song if I remember right. Yeah, I don't remember everything else. I have to listen to it. I just remember there's some pretty good stuff on here, but there's the inside there. Not much. There's the usual. Still have to get this price thing off there though. But usual Jewel Case. But still, I got 3 more Paul McCartney albums to add to my collection, so I'm fine with that. I need, like I said, I want to get all I can. Oh, anyway, so then I was like, I'm next to Barnes & Nobles. I'm going to go to Barnes & Nobles and look at their physical media selection. And I didn't look at their books. I usually look at their books, but I have enough books right now to get through. I have too many books, so I have probably too many Blu-rays to watch too, and too many CDs to listen to. But I don't know. I was into buying that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I was looking at, and they have they're mostly for their books, not for their physical media stuff like movies and albums, but they still have somewhat of a collection there. Anyways, first I wanted to see, I know they have the Criterion, they have a lot of Criterion collection, which I'm collecting Criterion collection Blu-rays and stuff. And so I really I was hoping to get a Criterion collection Blu-ray or something like that of some kind. They're pretty expensive though. They're all like $40. I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe there always are $40, but I forgot that they're that much money. I was like hoping for more like $30, but I was like $40, that's a lot of money, it feels like. And maybe that's just Barnes & Noble's expensive, I don't know. But they had they have a collection of Criterion collections. They don't have every single one. But the ones they had, most of them weren't the ones I really wanted. There's only a couple that I've kind of considered, like, this would be kind of cool. But still, I don't know, the $40 thing kind of made me go, I don't know if I want to spend $40. I already spent money on this other stuff today. And so I was like, do I need to spend $40 on just to get one item? I don't know. So I was considering the Jackie Chan's Police Story 1 and 2 collection. It was for $50, so it was 2 movies in one thing. And I definitely want to get that. That's one I've had my eye on for a while now. But I almost got that, but then I found 2 other DVD, Blu-rays, whatever, that caught my eye that I really wanted. So I back to the Jackie Chan thing, and I got these 2, and I was actually this is what I'm most excited about, getting these 2 items. And you probably, if you're watching this, some of you might be like, I don't know these movies, I don't care about them. But if you know me, I really like Kung Fu movies. I have the Bruce Lee Criterion collection, for instance, and I want to get more Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan movies, but anyways. But yeah, I saw these 2, and the first one is called Warriors 2, and it's an Arrow, which I was kind of surprised. I didn't know, I've never seen Arrow anywhere before, which is a company that I see a lot of people from England. I think maybe people in America too. It must be, because this is America. I bought this in America, of course. But it's called Arrow's the name of the company that does these Blu-rays or whatever. Anyways, and Warriors 2 is one of my favorite Kung Fu movies. Really excellent. It's one that's hard to find. Like, I've had a hard time even at Amazon. I found it, but usually like it's a region 2 or something. I don't know. I've had kind of hard time lately finding this one. This is one of my favorite ones. So I was so happy when I saw this at Barnes & Noble. Like, oh, Warriors 2. Like, that's a Kung Fu movie I've been wanting for a while. And what makes it even better is this thing, 50% off. So $40 for this movie, 50% off, $20. So I was like, wow, great. $20 for this movie, I'll take it. Of course, you see Sammo Hung there. It's one of the, those are the two lead actors there, and Sammo Hung's one of them. Sammo Hung, one of the best, one of the all-time great kung fu actors and directors. Good friend of Jackie Chan's. They kind of grew up together a little bit. Anyway, see, Arrow Video is the name of the thing. I don't have any Arrow videos, so that's kind of cool. And people, if you're watching this, you're probably like, yeah, you idiot. We all have Arrow videos. I know a lot of people like to collect Arrow, but yeah, really cool. This is a slipcover, but looks like there's a lot of special features on here, including maybe some audio commentaries. And so I'm like, man, I love that. So definitely excited about that. Kind of cool case. Has a clear, they definitely have a style to them. It looks kind of thick, like there's a lot of stuff to it. There's this there. Looks like they got some thick books here to look through, so that's okay. Not sure what they are exactly. Maybe they're posters. This one looks like maybe some information, but yeah, so yeah. Very excited to check this out. Of course, if you're home going, I don't care about kung fu movies. I know, maybe someone like, I know Michael Woods, the Axeman, the Cinema Axeman, he gets a lot of these movies. I'm sure he, maybe even have this, Michael, I don't know, you have to tell me. I don't remember if he have this one specifically, but Michael collects a lot of kung fu movies. He's from England. And also Norrin Rad, we did a whole video on Bruce Lee, so he might enjoy that. But I highly recommend that. Like Mike from Did You See That, who's just now, you know, getting to Bruce Lee. Like, I definitely recommend that. It's a really good kung fu movie. The other kung fu movie I got is called Knockabout. Another really excellent kung fu movie. And these are both, you know, in the 80s probably. I'm guessing like early 80s period of kung fu. Of course, kung fu movies really started hitting in the 70s with Bruce Lee and his 5 movies, and then he died. In the late 70s, a lot of big stars started coming out. Jackie Chan started making movies, and he had some other stars that came out. And late 70s into the 80s was like a really incredible period for kung fu movies. But yeah, and I love this cover. This is a really great cover. I really love that. You got Sammo Hung again is in it. He plays the beggar. Pretty fun character, and I think he directs the movie as well, if I remember right. Yeah, I think he directs this one and co-stars in it. And then the other guy, of course, this guy is kind of the star of the movie. I can never pronounce his name. Yuen Bao or something like that. Biao. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know I didn't pronounce it right. But he's amazing. He's one of my favorite. Just physically, just very acrobatic. He does some incredible moves that not a lot of people can do. He's in a lot of Jackie Chan movies. Him and Jackie Chan, again, were good friends. And him and Sammo Hung, those three are kind of the three brothers of Kung Fu, because they all came into Kung Fu around the same time, and all made a bunch of really good movies. And they starred in, I want to say, maybe 3 or so movies together, and they're absolutely huge hits. So I always love seeing them collaborate. But again, looks like a lot of good stuff on the back there, so excited to check this one out. Definitely one of my favorite of all time. Like, this is the top 10, I think. These are both top 10 favorite Kung Fu movies. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're just, in my opinion, some of the best ever. But yeah, you got a good, let me turn around there. Great DVD, Blu-ray looking there. Again, you got some booklets here, looks like, a poster maybe. So yeah, they do package these really well. That's what I enjoy. That's when I saw these, I was like, again, 50% off. So $40 total. So I was like, this is a great deal. And this is something I have a hard time finding. Again, I always have a hard time finding these kind of movies. So I was like really excited to get these two and start watching them. And really good packaged Arrow Video, I think. And it's unique. And yeah, so that's great. So anyway, so that's what I got for my, I want to say, as my hunt for physical media. Did got some good stuff here. 5 movies, 3 CDs. Yeah, pretty good output. Got some really great stuff. So overall, I'm happy. I was disappointed at Best Buy, but then I'm glad I went to the other stores and found some more stuff to enjoy anyway. So But yeah, so please comment if you've seen these movies or listened to these CDs, what you think about them. Do you have in your collection? Love to hear about it. Besides that, this video's gone long enough. Should probably close it out and just say thank you to everybody for watching it. Thank you for liking it. And just thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. And I hope you all have a great day.